I remember when Selena Gomez was screaming and crying with the thing of my people and the children.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked, children.
You know, the remorseful suspect rather than in their own, soup of crime.
It's like, these are not the children. No, this is not the children. Those fine fellas, that's not the children. And if you got a thing for bad boys, you may want to pick a bad boy that's not in an El Salvadorian sleepaway camp.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have a friend of mine. Because Mr. President, it's an honor to have you. Thank you. Thank you. We're a great country, but we had stupid people running this country, and I can say it. But what they've done to us at the border should never and can never be forgotten. It's a sin, what they did, and you are helping us out, and we appreciate it. Thanks.
I had to go inside and change Petunia. Petunia is my camera, just so you know, because Petunia's memory card needed to be changed. So the conservatives have become the party of truth. We tell the truth whether you like it or not. And the Liberal Party has been a party of distortion where facts no longer matter. It's about feelings. It's about perspective, not backed by any factual information. Factual information is thrown out the window. And the conservatives have been told that if we spoke the truth, that we would be outcasted. And what we realize, especially in the election, and is so important as we go into other elections, is that we are not alone and that you need to be speaking the truth. Because you are not alone in these thoughts. We are the party of rational thought. I think that a lot of liberals, as you have seen in especially these like on the street type of interactions that some of the conservative commentators do, is that they'll go up to people who have liberal views and they'll ask them why they think that way, or what is your opinion on this or that, and they will very clearly, when spoken to it, it's not like some people say like, is it jitters, just like they're in the moment on the camera, and the answer is no. They don't seem to actually have an opinion backed by anything. They'll say, I was told this, and that is something that's been a problem also in the university system, is like liberal indoctrination that is happening, where you are told something, you're at an impressionable age, you want to fit in, you want to feel like you're a part of something, you want to feel like you mean something to someone, and you get into it. You start to believe the liberal crap that is thrown at you. I first came out here saying that I was going to do a video on, I guess, just like my neighborhood and where I lived, and I realized that this turned into a deeper thing, as a lot of times when you get out there with a camera and you start filming, that's what happens. I'm a conservative channel. I'm a channel that speaks my opinions, even if those opinions rattle people, because I know that I'm speaking truth. I'm not going to cave to an idea base, whatever it is, whether it's the like of something, the not like of something, a political view in order to get a view. And you have to have faith that there's other people that like what you're saying, and you don't need to kowtow. One of the reasons that you will realize, and it's not like there's something wrong with you, you cannot make friends in an area like this. You will meet one sketchy person after another. You have to be aware of your surroundings constantly in an area like this. People would say it's such a magnificent area. What are you saying? The people that you need to keep an eye out for are the people who are the ones with the extreme wealth. You need to be constantly on guard here. This is not the types of people you want to know. You know, you go and you sit in Starbucks, a girl strikes up a conversation with you to be a friend. You need to be aware. You need to be aware of people's intentions. Why is this person communicating with you? I remember years ago, there was a girl, she was in school. I remember this. I used to study at the Starbucks here, and she was in school too, or like dabbling with a university program. She would be on the internet, my age, and she was odd. She was odd. She would start to ask me odd questions. Some of the questions were oddly inappropriate. It was weird. Like you're always told by people, make friends, talk to people, and you're realizing that this girl's a little giving me the EBGBs, like in a weird way. And it's like, okay, time to go the other way, because it's not always the creepy men. Sometimes it could be creepy women too. That is the nature of areas like this in South Florida. South Florida was not built on rocket scientists. It was built on something else, okay? And you have these people and they come here and they idolize this and they're like, wow, I want to live here. And it's like, if you spend enough time here and you're very moral, eventually you will come to the realization that you need to leave. You need to leave, and you'll suddenly go onto TikTok and the internet, and you'll see these people that live these simple lives, what you would call simpletons in other places, the places that maybe you made fun of before you moved here. And you will realize that you have made a mistake. You'll go on the internet and you'll see a simple person living their simple little farm life in their simple town, the types of lifestyles that you made fun of. And you would say, and you say to yourself, I gave up a life that was healthy to come to all this, because looks are deceiving here. I wasn't someone who made fun of it. As a little bit of feedback, I was born here in Miami. I was someone who was born here in South Florida. I moved out to Colorado for a few years, and I made the mistake of coming back here to South Florida. I think, not that I made fun of it, but I think that I fell into the concept of, I want to be in South Florida. I want to, have a lot of things to do. I want to be the beach lifestyle. And yes, there's a beach, and yes, it is warm, but again, the sunshine always doesn't show you what's happening. Not that necessarily I should have lived in Colorado, but I probably would have sought out other places to go from Colorado if I had a crystal ball to see what South Florida was really about. My channel, though, Nicole Approves, has given me the confidence to speak about real life issues and truth, whether it be doing a video like this and talking about an area like this that is glorified and not necessarily told the truth to people, but also to tell the truth politically, day-to-day truths. And I don't, again, as I posted in my other video where I talked about being different, I don't know why that happens. It could be that in life we just go through a certain amount of things that makes us that type of person. I don't know, but I have become the type of person that I do not care if it's getting on this channel and talking about political views and not being afraid to voice my mind, or doing a video on an area that I live, but I'm not afraid to speak. I'm not afraid to speak and tell you what is truth. What is truth? This is an area that is just kind of an endless pit. The only thing that's going to change in these areas, and referring to places like this, is your age. And some people could say, oh, well, isn't that true of small towns and things like that? Yeah, but you know what? You'll be healthy and you'll be happy. Life does not flow normally here. You go out, and a good day in South Florida is a day that you're able to keep to yourself. It's such a sad comment. A good day in South Florida is a day that you are able to go out, keep to yourself, don't talk to anyone, no one talks to you, there's no altercation, there's no interaction, and you go home and you go, I was able to get out today and get a cup of coffee. Because to have a friend in South Florida, it's going to be pretty difficult. Maybe you made it, the friend as a professional. In other words, you went to a professional school that trained you in something and you made a friend. But it's going to be very, very difficult. So I'm at the Starbucks trying to get in good light because it's a little dark. I'm sitting outside, and a good day here is being able to sit and have a cup of coffee. A good day here is sitting at Starbucks, which I'm doing, sitting outside with my coffee, and a good day is being alone and no one interacts with you. So we just got home, and I think what a perfect way to end this video, which is this concept of we conservatives speak the truth, and that encompasses a lot of elements of our life, whether it be political discussions or everyday discussions or things that we see out and about that are sometimes not so pleasant to talk about, and sometimes the truth can be difficult to talk about. It may be rattling. It may take away what has been told to you that is the norm, and it forces you to think a different way. And we are a party that sees truth, and we've become a lot more banded together in that we realize how important it is to speak the truth. And what is that consequence if we don't speak the truth? I think a perfect way to end this video is to talk about something that is very relevant in the news right now, which is the El Salvadorian president that visited Trump in the Oval Office.
Let's hear the question from this very low-rated anchor at CB.
Thank you, President. Do you plan to ask President Bukele to help return the man who your administration says was mistakenly deported? the man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador?
Well, let me ask Pam, would you answer that question?
Sure, President. First and foremost, he was illegally in our country. He had been illegally in our country. And in 2019, two courts, an immigration court and an appellate immigration court, ruled that he was a member of MS-13.
And what an honor that was for him. And I think it allows for even more open doors in the sense of, like, you know, even Americans start thinking to themselves like about tourism there and things like that. So I think it opens a very profitable door, you know, where I think respect is gained. But in talking about the main issues with the El Salvadorian prison and everything that's been happening, I mean, the liberal media has such a hatred for our current administration, as well as the Conservative Party, that they are willing to distort things. They are willing to advocate and praise MS-13 and people who are, in quote, bad fellas, and cheer for them and advocate for them as long as it means the Conservative Party doesn't win. But at the end of the day, they don't want to invite some of those nice fellas that are in the El Salvadorian sleepaway camp to their houses for a nice bubble bath and for story time. Okay, in reality, deep down, they know what they're about. These are bad dudes, and they should never have been here. And the fact that that is even a controversial statement, the fact that it is even controversial that to say out loud that these bad guys that ended up in the El Salvadorian sleepaway camp should never have been here. The fact that that's controversial shows you how demented the liberal media has portrayed things to people over the last couple of years and the distortion that they have created. And the fact that you have a CNN, I think it was CNN reporter in there who's yelling out about the poor guy who was MS-13 and bring him back. It's like, are you bringing him back into your house for a bubble bath? Are you bringing him home and going to have story time and maybe sit on the floor with him and play Jenga? Or is this just, again, something to go against the Conservative Party? I remember when Selena Gomez was screaming and crying with the thing of my people and the children. It's like, these are not the children. No, this is not the children. Those fine fellas, that's not the children. And if you got a thing for bad boys, you may want to pick a bad boy that's not in an El Salvadorian sleepaway camp, you know, because, you know, there's a reason that these fine fellas were sent away to the El Salvadorian sleepaway camp, okay? They are not good guys. They are not fine fellas. And again, if you got a thing for bad boys, please search elsewhere. They're probably not the level you should be going to, okay? And I think that's a perfect way to end this video, is that I didn't just do a video where I talked about, I guess that we conservatives, we speak our mind. I also am telling you a controversial opinion, which is crazy in itself that this has become a controversial opinion. The fact, again, once again, it is controversial to state that bad men who illegally enter the country, who are here to do bad things, should not be here and should be sent away before they harm women and children and people on the street and sent away to the El Salvadorian sleepaway camp. The fact that that is controversial shows you how far we have fallen as a country. That we are willing to see ourselves fall rather than believe in truth due to some warped agenda. And the warped agenda has to do with this bigger psychological thing, and we'll have to talk about this in other videos, where people who maybe did not feel good about themselves or outcasts or whatever it is, somehow at some point in their life were probably approached by liberal indoctrination, and they were told, if you come with us and you believe like us, you have worth. And the answer is, the Liberal Party at the end of the day doesn't care about you. Once again, you're trying very hard with that sheep mentality to get along with them, but they don't care about you. And it's probably easier to have rationality to you and have critical thinking to you. So I think that's a good way to end this video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all, and I will see you again soon in my next video. And even if you don't like the video, you should subscribe, because a view is a view. And I will see you again soon in my next video, and bye!